loves, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. My name is Myra, and in today's video, as you see from the title, I'm going to be doing a start to finish nail set and showing you my 3 bead acrylic application in real time from start to finish. And keep in mind, you guys, I have been sick for the past 2 weeks. I'm finally starting to feel better. Not 100% yet, but we're getting there. I have a lot of videos that I have had the time to edit, and I have a lot of voiceovers to do, so I definitely wanted to get started on them, and here we are. So the first thing that I'm doing is I'm grabbing my Vita Bella practice finger and the Vita Bella tips, which I insert into the silicone practice finger. And I was like, wait, have I edited this video? But yes I have. And I insert it into the finger, and you guys can use my discount code with Vita Bella, which is Myra. I'm now grabbing my 3XL square nose C-curve tips in a box from Crafts by 9, which is my website, and you guys can use discount code YouTube. And I'm measuring the tips from side to side to make sure it fits. You would rather get a bigger tip than a smaller tip, because you can cut off the sides or you can file the sides versus having to push it down to make it fit and then it pops up. And that is one of the causes of what causes lifting, so be very careful with that. Now when it comes to cutting it to my desired length, I grab the nail tip clippers, and basically what I do is I eyeball it. So I measure it from the end of the finger, and the nail tip clipper, it has like these ridges on it, so I kind of eyeball it. It either has like the ridges or the screw or something on there, and that's how I eyeball the length that I want my nails to be. So once I am done with that, you really don't need to go in with any filing on these nail tips. They are perfect just the way they are. You basically just have to cut them to whatever length you want, and that's it. So I am now grabbing my nut polish acrylic powder, which is the one that I'm going to be using. And basically what I do is I grabbed a pretty big size bead. I like to work with bigger beads just because I like to work with longer nails. Of course, if you were having really short nails, then you don't have to pick up that big of a bead, because then you're just going to be wasting a lot of product. And I have been told that, I do waste product, and yeah, I kind of do, but not a lot. And I am the type of person that has always preferred to drag it down and then take the excess off versus grabbing too little and then having to go back in, if that makes any sense, with another bead. So I'm using the Chiara Sky Monomer and the Not Polish acrylic powder, which is absolutely gorgeous. And to tell you guys the truth, I should have gone in with a 4th bead at the cuticle area, because I felt like it wasn't, it was definitely flushed, but it wasn't as perfect as I wanted it to look at the very end. But I didn't realize it until I was editing it, and it was too late, so it's okay. It wasn't really bad. And once you go in with filing and using your e-file, then you can file it down as much as you want, so you can make it look very even. Then you have your apex. I definitely wanted to show you guys how your apex should look, or the way I like mine to look. Now, keep in mind as well, you guys, I've always talked about this. There is many nail techs out there that like no apex. There's many nail techs that love a really high apex. It's completely up to you as a nail tech how you like to do it, and your work shows for it. So like when you start posting pictures, you can tell if someone used or has a high apex or a low one, and it's gonna gravitate them towards the look of the nail. I don't know, you guys, I feel like I don't have that long of a video for me to kind of get into that, but it just is completely up to you. When I first started doing nails, I literally would have no apex, and people would always tell me, oh, your nails are gonna break, oh, you have no strength on it, and that couldn't have been like further from the truth, because my nails don't break and they never have broken. So it's not the apex in my case. Like, I feel like if you have a good like primer and a good, like, you know, all of that stuff to do your nails in the beginning before your acrylic application to avoid lifting, I feel like that is what the cause is of lifting or not. So I feel like you have to get all of that stuff down when it comes to taking the oils off your natural nail and putting a dehydrator and your primer and all of that. I think all of that is what contributes to your nails breaking or not. I personally don't think that an apex is everything, but it's completely up to you guys. I do have a more of a standing out apex on my nails now that I've, like, you know, gone into the nail industry a little bit longer. But when I first started, let me tell you, I had no apex. Like, I would do no apex on my nails. But like I said, I never had any worry about it breaking. But it's completely up to you if you want to hire apex or not. Don't look at somebody else's nails and think that that's how it has to look. Practice it. And if you feel like you don't need a high apex for your nails not to break, then, you know, that's something that you guys have to decide. But this nail right here that I did, I feel like it shows you what kind of apex I like to see in a nail. And it requires for me to do very little filing at the end because I don't like it to be that high, in my personal opinion. The thickness of the actual nail as well, you need to always make sure that you're looking at the nail from left to right, up and down, making sure that it looks exactly the way you want it, because you're then going to stop at acrylic application and then you're going to go into your filing. And of course, in your filing process, you're going to file down some of that stuff. So make sure to never leave your nails super thin with very, very little acrylic, because you're going to file that down when you're going to then seal the cuticle area or when you're just going in with the filing process. So here I am with the third and final bead. I am using a smaller bead than the first one, but I still use a pretty decent sized bead, and I put it closer to the cuticle area, but I don't put it directly on it. I do it right below it, and then I kind of work down and then push it a little bit up once it starts to like, not like mattify, but once it starts to kind of a little bit, like just a little bit, because if I push the acrylic up and it's too wet, it will just flood the cuticle area and it just becomes a mess, and that is what creates your nails to come off, and you don't want that. You want your nails to last a really, really long time. So you get it as close as you can to the cuticle area, because when you file, you're going to seal the cuticle area and go around that area and make it look flushed and make it look really nice and avoid any lifting. So when I show it to you on the side and I'm showing you like where the apex is, where it's like a little bump, when I was recording, I didn't notice it, but when I was editing, I noticed that I should have gone in with a really, really small bead close to the cuticle area to just make it all look really, really cohesive. It kind of looks like a little bit of a ridge in my eyes, but other than that, I really like the way it came out. I didn't go in with the e-filing process or anything because I just wanted to show you the acrylic application. Do you see that little ridge between where I put the first bead and the second? Because I saw it, and then I went in, you know, now that it was still kind of wet, the acrylic, I went in with the acrylic brush and just put it down a little bit more to make it look very nice and smooth. So here is the final look of the nail, and the apex area is right there where I just showed it with the brush, and this color is stunning on this nail. But I hope you guys learned something. Just remember that things that work for me might not work for you, but I hope that they do, and I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Do not forget to like this video, comment what you would like to see next, subscribe to my channel, follow me on my Instagram, and shop on my website, craftsby9.com. Everything that I use is linked down below, and I hope to get better soon so I can start, you know, doing all of these YouTube videos again. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.